Filled with the exhilaration of uncharted waters, the northern Sea of Cortez is a new story waiting to be told. From vibrant reefs teeming with fish to secluded beaches framed by mountains, we thrive on the thrill of anchoring at undiscovered spots, sharing intimate sunsets aboard our vessel, the colors of the sky reflecting the bright hopes of our adventure. Sailing off-grid is also about the deeper bond we get to forge amidst the simplicity of life at sea. With self-sufficiency as our guiding principle, it's Em, Lou, and I against the world. Cooking meals under the stars, rigging sails under the midday sun, and sharing dreams over cups of steaming coffee become the threads that bind us together. In this world, free from routine, we learn the unspoken language that flourishes in silence, adventure, and shared wonder. Ultimately, it's not just about reaching distant shores, it's about creating an extraordinary life, rich with memories that will last a lifetime.
We're Will and Em, and we're living on the hook in our sailboat, Appa. After years of plotting our escape from the Fire Nation, aka our day jobs, we're finally home free on the open seas. Living off the land and learning how to take life at a much slower pace, we're embarking on our monomyth with our trusty sidekick, Lou Dog. Grab a beer, kick your feet up, and let us take you on this wild ride aboard our sailing bison.
It's raining! We haven't seen rain in like 4 months.
It's been a long time since it rained. Today's kind of a shitty day, but we are in an area with a lot of tidal currents, and we're working our way We are working our way north, and this is the perfect opportunity where wind and current are going together in the direction that we're going as well. So a little blustery out, but better than no wind. We'll do some sailing today.
Yeah. And it's raining. We're getting big drops now. It was just sprinkling. Woohoo!
Yeah. And the tide did just flip over as well. It is
going time?
now the time.
Let's go.
Time and tide. Wait for no man. Sailing off anchor doesn't always go smoothly. This time started with the mainsail jumping off track. That's the one that's a little ripped too. Then, at the worst time, our anchor gets stuck. Alright, that's a good tack. As Emily fixes the problem, Appa attacks again, and now we are headed to hit our neighbors.
Anchor's up.
Anchor's up?
Anchor's up.
Okay. You heard right. Anchor is up, and we are on a collision course. I take a quick look at our options and decide the safest bet is to use our bow thruster. With the beach in the background as a reference, you can see Appa magically getting back on a favorable starboard tack. We probably could have made it with no bow thruster, but now we are in the deep north, and the closest help is hours away, if you can even reach them. So a few seconds of running our thruster, and we are underway safely.
Yeah, sorry. The winch was catching more than usual that time. Pain in the ass.
We did just fine. Remember that up here in the Northern Sea, tidal currents are the most important condition for route planning. So regardless of the wind being light, we had to make ground. But that doesn't mean we had to motor. Got us an extra knot though.
Sweet. How fast we going?
3.5.
Wow. Started off the morning at 5.2.
Mm-hmm. Got down to 2.5. Now we're going back up. By midday, an ominous fog rolled in and the winds followed behind. Full sails, trimmed nicely, Appa began to fly on a broad reach. Looking back on the past few days, we feel so proud to have finally made it to the elusive Northern Sea. Just a couple of kids who decided to try living life a different way. Out here doing it. The wind continued to build. It was like Bahia Las Animas was pulling us in.
No clue if you'll be able to hear me over the wind, but we made it. We're officially in Bahia Las Animas, which is the first of the two big bays up here that we've been excited to explore. So the place we thought we were going to go has been turned into a national park, and you're technically not supposed to anchor there anymore. We just saw a boat go in there, so apparently they're not enforcing those rules very well. But we acknowledge that it's a park area and they were trying to do some conservation, so we instead went a little further west, northwest, and we are now in Islotes, right? Punta Islotes. So yeah, here we are. Just got here. Wind's ripping pretty good out of the northwest. We're rocking a little bit, but anchor set well. Much better than the last place. I don't think we filmed it, but I did not catch twice in a row in the last place on the anchor. So happy to be in a spot where I feel confident about the anchor position. I already did all that.
Oh wow. Did you close the mainsail?
I already did all that.
As evening descended, I sat rocking gently, watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink.
Will has interrupted my set with the Grinch position, the Grinch stature stance. Doesn't he look like the fucking Grinch?
It's pretty good.
But what will I wear? Get it, because I'm doing laundry. Now that that's over with. There are two questions that we get asked most frequently about living on a boat, and it's how do we get our fresh water, drinking water, potable water, and how do we do laundry? I feel like those are definitely our two most commonly asked questions. I have a very small collapsible washing machine that I bought off Amazon before we left San Diego, before the haha, and it's been really convenient to have on board. We don't use it a ton, but it's enough to keep us going with fresh like underwear and bathing suits and stuff like that, things that we wear every single day. Generally we have enough clothes between the two of us, not that we're wearing each other's clothes, but generally we have enough clothes that we can survive a couple months without a laundromat. But today's laundry day. When Will runs the water maker, he fills a 5-gallon bucket off to the side, and that's kind of like his salination testing bucket. But we tend to let it run a little bit and fill up so that I can use that water for laundry and not have to pull from our tanks to fill the washing machine. We keep the water bucket in the workshop that has my laundry water in it. So I'm going to fill my little washing machine before I put the clothes in it, which seems backwards, I guess, but it's just how we roll. So about 7 scoops out of the Pyrex equals 1 load of laundry. I get a little over 3 loads worth. And that's it. This little pink contraption that's really close to your screen right now is the washing machine. I've already loaded it up with a load of laundry, and it has 3 cycles that it'll run, a 3-minute, 5-minute, and 10-minute. I always go for the 10-minute just because why not? It draws like no power, so I don't see the point in not running it for a 10-minute cycle. Nothing we wear gets particularly dirty, but the cleaner you the better, you know? You can never be too clean. So the washer just finished its 10-minute cycle, and now I'm going to rinse all of the items within the washer. Gotta remember that there's a bee in there though, so I don't stick my hand in there and get stung. For this, I do have to use more of our fresh water, and it's so much easier to use it out of the spigot here in the cockpit. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's a super easy process. It's just a little bit time consuming, but we have all the time in the world. Who really cares? Now I have my tiniest little load of laundry ever, and we dry everything the old-fashioned way. So I have a clothesline up here and some clothespins. And I am going to hang all this shit up. Easy peasy. It's a beautiful day.
Emily's back there watching the soccer, doing some crochet work. And Lou and I are going to go on an adventure. Hey Lou, you wanna go to the beach? You wanna go to the beach? Come on, let's go to the beach. Oh yeah, beach time. Oh yeah. Come on, buddy. Good boy. We are headed to that long ass beach over there. Should be nice. Watch out for stingrays, buddy. The breathtaking landscape unfolded before me. The remote beach framed by towering mountains, their rugged silhouettes contrasting starkly against the vast sky. The desert valley, with its ancient cacti towering in the sun, was a hidden gem that seemed untouched by time. With each step, I felt the thrill of discovery coursing through my veins, the promise of solitude and serenity calling me to explore further. The soft, warm sand, the gentle lapping of the waves, each crash a soothing reminder of nature's rhythm. The joy of this moment was magnified by the realization of how far we had sailed to reach the sanctuary. An escape from the bustle of civilization, a communion with nature in the purest form. The solitude was profound, as if this oasis was a world unto itself, offering a respite from the chaos and noise beyond the mountains. I roamed the shoreline, collecting smooth pebbles and delicate shells, feeling a connection to the earth that is often lost in our fast-paced lives. Look at that. Found a fucking Impala. The stillness enveloped me, a reaffirmation that the heart of an explorer beats strongest in the quiet moments of wonder.
It's looking like we can get into this lagoon. It's about an hour until high tide, so the water's going to help us. You can see a little bit of a shore break right there. So we're in around that shore break. We're just headed directly into the mouth of the harbor now. This lagoon is huge. Just keeps going back here. It's crazy.
I haven't been fishing since Mongolay Solo, and even then Will set up the rod and everything to begin with, so I don't know how to like tie a fishing lure onto the line or anything even remotely close to that. So Will is about to teach me how to set up a fishing pole to go fishing. We are gonna go fishing!
Woo! Dinghy fishing.
Dinghy fishing.
So to tie this knot, you slip it through the object that you want. Put your finger on top of it. Put your finger on top of it like that. And then you're just going to wrap around 7 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pinching with my thumb every time. 5, 6, 7. And then on the last wrap, I'm going to put it back in the hole. So there, my finger was on top the whole time. My thumb was pinching it. Now I've got the line. I'll put it back through the hole here and I'll pull it. And like with all knots, dressing it is the most important part. So we'll work it down, pull it out, work it down, pull it out. And there we go, we're attached. So now we can take Emily's lure. Slip it right on here. all set. All right, locked and loaded. Here's a trick I figured out last time. You can pull up the navionics to figure out how fast you're going while underway in the dinghy. Well, that's 5 knots, 4.6. That's pretty fast.
Adopting a self-sustaining lifestyle offers benefits that extend beyond mere survival. It fosters a deep connection with nature, promotes physical and mental well-being, and enhances our personal independence.
We're gonna do that again. I shot it directly across the engine.
There's something on there, but it's small. Whoa! There's another little shark.
Oh, that might have been my best one.
This lifestyle instills a sense of responsibility as we become more attuned to the cycles of nature, understanding the importance of sustainability and conservation.
Probably the shark again. Why don't you be the same one?
Bigger this time. Fish on, baby.
Putting up more of a fight than that shark did.
Your tension's on top. You recall? Is it fighting?
A little bit, yeah.
Can't see anything up here. Still on there.
I think so. No. It took that back hook though. Look at that. I had something. Took that back hook.
Do you want a different lure?
Yeah, I do. And look, it must have been big because these three,
Or it's squinched up?
yeah, these three are moved up. He's like bronze.
Fucking 3 sharks.
This is called a candy bar. I have no idea what that means, but we're gonna try it.
Candy bars are manufactured. They're all called candy bars.
Sure hope I put that in there right, because it's gone now if I didn't.
also thinking about that.
In the middle of the night tonight.
He said lightning at 10 p.m.
I recognize that. This is the first time we've seen lightning in a long time, though.
Yeah. He did give me the coordinates, not the coordinates, the website to find the actual things on.
The sun's gone down, but on the eastern side of the sun's gone down, but on the eastern side of the sea, there is lightning like directly across from us. So we are keeping an eye on that. We're in the season of weather changes, so we are adjusting to a new kind of weather schedule. So the lightning across the sea from us is new for us. And we are keeping a close eye on the weather and seeing if maybe we want to move across the bay here. There are 2 other boats in the eastern side Anchorage. But according to the weather maps, we're doing okay. We're just going to keep an eye on the lightning storm on the radar and make sure that it doesn't continue to exist as it makes its way into the water. It's still on land right now. So, new weather pattern. Exciting, but also a little intimidating. We shall see. We only caught sharks today. So annoying.
What, 5 sharks?
5 sharks. What do you have to say about that?
That's 5 too many sharks.
I'm going to show you something special today. It's the fastest workout ever.
That is the world's fastest workout. Now it's time to hydrate, stretch, and do some bird watching.
Coming to you live from the bilge, it's another episode of Will's Workshop.
Will's Workshop.
After arriving here in Islotes, I looked underneath the engine pan, and there was a hose clamp that had rusted through and fallen off. Luckily, we did not have a big influx of water or oil with that hose clamp falling. Looks like the hose is pretty tight on there. But we'll go ahead and replace it here, nice and simple. Get everything cleaned up and see how the fix goes. Whether you're working on car engines or boat engines, you have to get good at seeing with your hands. There's not often a way to visually see the problem going on, you just have to feel for it. That's the case with putting on this new hose clamp as well. I can't actually see the hose, but I can trace it with my fingers down here, and I know exactly where the hose clamp should go. Okay, that's set the appropriate way. Now we'll go from the bilge looking backwards and see if we can't get it screwed in proper. I need to take my secret floorboard out. Okay, that looks nice and secure. We'll get this cleaned up and see if the fix holds. A successful Will's workshop. This is the hose clamp that we replaced, and had this gone unchecked, it could have sank the whole boat. So I'm glad we got this fixed.
Today, we visit the northern beach at high tide, excited to see what this second lagoon might have in store for us. Explorers like Lewis and Clark, Shackleton, and even Teddy Roosevelt always traveled with their trusty dogs. I'm grateful to have Lou here with me for many reasons. He keeps the pirates away late at night, he cleans up after me in the galley, provides much needed companionship, and most of all, he's always down for another adventure.
This current's really ripping. I'm gonna try to swim against it. I bet the dog freaks out. That's really ripping. You ready, Lou? This is crazy. Wow. Whew. Ah, buddy. Whew. Oh, that was wild.
As night fell, we saw one of the true wonders of cruising the sea in recent years. Without another light in the sky, we can witness Starlink launch their satellites right over the Baja Peninsula.
We did see a coyote this morning, so we have to be a little careful about bringing the dog to the beach. But he was so tiny and cute, doing a little hunt for breakfast. It was really cute. They're wild animals, I know.
I am back in the southern lagoon, and this time I brought my wife. Getting the paddle set up now. It's gonna be lazy river style. I'm needing to navigate us a bit here with these rowing machines. And yeah, we're just approaching the mouth here. That's it, that's all she wrote.
In the heart of the wilderness, where the cacti stand tall and the air is thick with the scent of salt and earth. The sun radiated through the ocean air, illuminating our bare skin with a warm golden hue. Schools of small fish darted beneath us, their silvery bodies flashing like tiny stars beneath the surface. Floating with the tide in the middle of nowhere, we felt an exhilarating liberation from society. Embracing the beauty of simplicity and the authentic connection that only nature could provide.
We found this little island type thing and just beached the boat on it.
We found a giant bush that is submerged in the tide and placed the boat perfectly atop it to cause enough friction that we would stop moving.
Tomato, tomato,
It
baby.
is not an island.
We're hanging out here. Beautiful.
It is beautiful. This is awesome.
Just having a grand time.
So chill. This is what we're talking about when we say learning to live slower, learning to slow down. This is it right here. I'm laying in a dinghy in the middle of like a mangrove doing positively nothing. Feels so good.
We felt as if we were the only two souls in the world, celebrating the purity of existence and the bliss of simple companionship beneath the vast sky.
I feel like you and I have become a bit accidentally hippies.
Why do you think we're hippies?
No questions. No further questions.
This is very nice.
Are we going in or out?
I don't know. We were just going out, and I think now we're going back in. The tide is headed out. I've just rowed us back to the mouth of the lagoon here, and this is the most bird activity I think that we saw in the whole lagoon. So I'm gonna go park us again on one of these little mangroves and hopefully get some good bird pics.
Bird pigs. The sand is so mushy. Smoosh.
Here, you find solace in the simplicity of existence. Each day marked by the rising tide and the changing skies. The tranquility of your surroundings fosters a deep connection with nature, where sightings of playful dolphins and the calls of seabirds become the soundtrack to your life. Nights spent anchored under a blanket of stars bring a sense of wonder as constellations twinkle above, untainted by city lights. In this lifestyle, one learns to savor the moment, reveling in the beauty of self-sufficiency and the adventure that unfolds with every horizon. Each wave serves as a reminder of the vastness of the world and the richness found in living simply and authentically. Join us next time as we venture further into the Northern Sea, exploring every nook and cranny, sailing everywhere.